and try so hard to get through this without laughing. Hello and welcome to Give That Fan a Podcast, hosted by Ryan Blake and Paul Valley. We're the only Orioles show that is this one and not a different one, although there are plenty of others. Thanks for choosing us. You won't regret it. At least I hope not. That's kind of dumb. Anyway, every episode streams live on our Twitter at Give That Fan a Pod, YouTube at Give That Fan a Podcast, and Facebook.com/Orioles247. Later, you can find audio versions on Apple, Spotify, pretty much wherever you listen to podcasts, as well as at UtahStreetReport.com. Hopefully by now, Ryan and Paul have had enough time to share the live stream on their social media pages, so let's get into the show. I did it! Welcome back to a new episode of Give That Fan a Podcast. We have a special guest joining us tonight. It is Paul is tending to a personal matter, so it's just going to be me, but that's okay because I do have company tonight. He is the franchise record holder for the Orioles signing bonus for an international prospect. We signed him this year for a franchise record $2.3 million. He's the Orioles number 25 prospect, according to MLB Pipeline, and the number 21 prospect, according to Baseball America. And we've got him here with us today. Luis, it's Luis, right? Not Luis?
Yeah, it's Luis. You can say Luis or Luis.
All right, Luis Almeyda joining us. How you doing, man? I first of all, thank you for joining us. I know your agency helped set this up, and we're really excited to do this little profile on you. What have you been up to since January, when you signed with the O's?
Just been through a lot of hard work. Just practicing, grinding every day, and just trying to get better day by day. And yeah, that's just about it. Just really been grinding.
So where are you now? Are you in Sarasota or are you down in the Dominican Republic?
Right now, I'm down in the Dominican Republic.
Okay, cool. So first thing I wanted to ask you, you moved to the Dominican Republic a couple years ago, and you've had a lot happen and change in a really short amount of time. So I'm wondering if you've had a chance to really sit down and reflect on, I'm sure it's been a whirlwind these last couple years. Have you had a chance to digest it and kind of understand how it's all come to be?
Yeah, it took some time. It took some time to really just calm down and think things through. But right now I'm starting to get a process and understanding things a little bit better about everything on and off the field. And yeah, this is it's a great opportunity and blessing, to be here. And every day I'm learning little by little.
Yeah, man. Well, we're happy to have you. I have to ask, you got a $2.3 million signing bonus. That's an Orioles record for an international signee. And obviously, you want to be smart with that money and try to stretch it out for a few years. But is there something cool that you bought when you first signed, or did you just kind of put some money away? Did you treat yourself a little bit?
Actually, so far not yet. Still just trying to be smart with it, It's a blessing.
Sure. Yeah, no, absolutely.
So far, no.
Cool. Well, you grew up in Paterson, New Jersey. You lived there until you were 15. I want you to be honest with me. Did you grow up a Yankees fan?
Listen, to be honest with you, I was actually an O's fan. Isn't it sound like, oh, you're fine with the O's? I was an O's fan. I was a fan of Manny Machado. I even had pictures of me when I was young, 7 years old, 6 years old, with an O's hat. So I'm not even lying. And yeah, it was really big fan of Manny Machado back in the day.
Did you make it down to Camden Yards to catch a few games when you were a kid?
Actually, no. The closest I've been to that area is Aberdeen, to Cal Ripken, to the Cal Ripken campus when I was younger. That's the closest I've ever been to, inside of Maryland,
For sure. So I'm glad you mentioned Manny Machado because I was going to ask you this next. I want to know who are some guys, obviously Machado is one of them, but who are some players you looked up to, and not just as your favorite players, but players you try to model your game after. And I guess another way to phrase that question, I'm a big batting stance guy. When I was 3 years old, I was the kid at all the family parties who was imitating everybody's batting stance. I want to know whose batting stances did you try to copy when you were playing Little League?
Well, there's a lot actually. So when I was 13, it was an Acuna, the hands up in the middle to stride back. Then recently, it's actually the Acuna right now. It's literally hand stride back, but the difference is it's not with a leg kick; it's with a toe tap. So right now, I'm copying Acuna's style, but just adding a little bit of spice. Just doing my own thing.
Man.
Yeah, but it's the same hand position and everything. But
I
it's
like
just
that. I mean, he's a good player to emulate. He's probably the front runner for National League MVP right now. So, yeah, good on you for that. I want to ask you a little bit more serious question. You talked in your introductory interview when you first signed, right, about how once you moved to the Dominican Republic, you kind of saw a different perspective of baseball, about how everyone you were playing with was driven by a goal, and that goal was to sign with a major league team. And that's different from what you experience in travel ball in the United States. How did that motivate you and change you as a player and as a person with your mindset?
well, it just made me be hungrier. That here it's just one goal and one goal only is to get signed, and it's been a blessing to be here because when I had kids to my left and right that would sell a leg just to get signed, hungry, it actually pushed me as well. And I think that's just one thing that made me like better mentally on the field and off the field too. Just more humble and just thankful for everything I do. Every time I train and thankful where I am at right now. Even though this is the beginning of the step and there's more to go, hopefully, God willing. But yes, ever since I've been here, I've just been learning how to be more appreciative of what I have, and it's just been a blessing.
Good stuff. So, was there a point in your life or in your baseball career, whether it's an age or an experience, was there something that made you kind of realize, like, oh, damn, I might be able to go pro in this? Was there a point that kind of clicked for you, or did it just kind of gradually happen over time?
It gradually happened over time.
Yeah.
You know, it was just a quick like snap in the fingers. My goal is always to go pro. So that's everyone's goal.
Yeah.
Hopefully, when they play. But yeah, I don't know. It just big. It was not like oh I'm gonna be like right now like a 16 like oh I'm gonna be a professional baseball player. But I'm happy how the way it went and just really happy for it. I'm glad it happened like this. So
Yeah, yeah. So, when did the Orioles, or I guess how old were you? Because I know you kind of went, you were living in Jersey, you were going to go to college, or you were at least had colleges interested in you. Um, when did you first realize that the Orioles were interested in you as a player? And what was that process like from your first contact with the team to then eventually signing your contract in January?
well, it's been a blessing. Actually, treated me well. Um, they contacted me I think in 2021, but I chose Yo's because they treated me with love. The staff, everybody treated me right. Still to this day, everyone is just like a big family down here in the Dominican Republic and Sarasota. Um, it's just a lovely organization, and I love where I'm at.
Well, as an Orioles fan, I love hearing that because the international market is something that the organization neglected for so long. They didn't really play a part in that process with the signing these international players, where a lot of other teams were getting these guys like Ronald Acuna, who then become superstars in the bigs, right? And
Yeah,
that was a market that the Orioles kind of didn't really focus on. And since 2018, when they hired the new front office, it feels like that's really been a goal of theirs, is to dive into that market. And I know they built a big, expensive complex down there. Is that where you are now? Are you at the new? I don't even know if honestly if they finished building that yet. But like, it definitely seems like that's been a focus of theirs, and it's good to hear someone like you saying that. It's a big family. Everyone loves being there. Like that's really great.
yeah. No, right now I'm currently at the old complex, but yeah, they are building a new one,
Yeah.
and so far the words I haven't seen, it's really nice. And it's just I feel like everything's improving as a team. Like even the big leagues, like everything's going great. Um, Elias knows what he's doing. That's all I have to say. Elias knows what he's doing. So
I love hearing that, man.
doing
So
great.
I want to ask you about your signing day because I'm sure it was chaotic. but everything I've seen from you with, your interview with Masson, the pictures that were posted, it seems like you handled everything in stride and you had a big smile on your face the whole way through. What was that day like for you and for your family?
Oh, actually, it was a crazy day. I was on the table and I was not on my phone. I was like just relaxed, waiting for my name to be called up. And Kobe Perez, he comes up to me, he's like, "Hey, you're trending on Twitter, right?" I'm like, "What?" So I go to Twitter, I search on it, and I was like, "What the heck?" And that's when it hit me. I was like, "Okay, all right, this is a big step, you know."
Yeah.
And like I said, I'm glad I'm doing this big step with this organization. Like this, I'm happy where I'm at, man. I
Well,
really.
that feeling's mutual. We're happy to have you here. I want to ask you, kind of get off of the Orioles for a second. Uh, Thinking back your whole life, right? Playing Little League in Jersey, going down playing the Dominican Republic, even seeing Mexico. You said you were there for a little bit.
Mhm.
Do you have one like favorite baseball memory that's happened in your life?
Oh, wow, I haven't really.
Decided with the Orioles?
Yeah, signing with the Orioles. Yeah,
I
yeah, like, um, yeah, that's one. But there's wow.
like do you remember like the first time you hit a home run over the fence or anything like that?
Oh, okay, yeah, little league stuff. Yeah, Cooperstown. When I was with my 12U team, the Jersey Storm, we won Cooperstown. That was a really nice experience too. Other than signing with the O's,
Yeah.
yeah, Cooperstown was very fun for me. It was like um, a glimpse of like just having fun playing backyard baseball. And ever since I left Cooperstown, I left with that mentality, just having fun, just being around my teammates and just having a family environment.
Was it Dreams Park that you played at in Cooperstown?
No, wow, I forgot the name. Yeah, it was
That was
Dreams
this
Park.
one?
Dreams Park. It was not All Star. It was like another one called All Star, right? All Star Village, something like
Yeah,
that.
I don't know what the other one's called, but I know there's like Dreams Park and one other one. But I did Dreams Park too when I was probably 12 or 13 years old. Dude,
Yeah.
heck of an experience. It's so cool up there. My team was actually there. Our tournament was the week before Cal Ripken got inducted into the Hall of Fame with Tony Gwynn. And I wish I had gotten to stay and see the induction, but we had to get back to Maryland. But yeah, Dreams Park was sick. So when you're not playing baseball, what do you like to do? What do you do for fun?
Play MLB, play MLB the Show, or I just go out. I have like a laptop. Just play on my laptop, some games, just relax, or I talk with my guys up here because we all sleep in the dorms up here. Talk with the guys, laugh, have fun, and yeah, that's about it.
So I was gonna ask you, speaking of MLB the Show, did you reach out and get your own personal 99 card?
Dude, I wish, dude. I honestly, I wish.
You gotta do that. Just reach out; they'll give it to you.
I hope, but I mean, hey, listen, that would be cool.
For sure.
But yeah, I just it's really early right now. I think I just have to do my do my job.
Yeah.
Hopefully, if everything goes great, possibly will happen, possibly won't. But it will really be really really nice. It will be a dream come true if that happens.
Oh yeah, I'm sure. All right. So I know you haven't played any actual, head-to-head games yet for record or standings or stats or anything. But what have you learned so far, just in these last 4 months, about being a professional baseball player and working with these guys around you?
That before I used to like when failure happened, like in practice or something was hard in practice, I used to get upset. But now, like when something like if I'm struggling or getting challenged, I'm actually starting to love it. So I think that like just learning how to be challenged is very since ever since I've been a professional has taught me many lessons. You know, just being challenged just makes you better in anything, off the field, on the field. So I honestly, that's just one thing. Like if it's hitting the machine with foam balls or with a vertical movement, that's just really. At first, it was really hard. I used to get really upset, but then I learned how to get challenged, and then I managed to get better at it, you know? So I
Mhm.
just think that what I've learned, the main key is just getting challenged and learning how not to be challenged. You know what I'm saying? Like getting challenged
Yeah,
and, you know, working towards it, and just when you look back, it's not as challenging as it was as before, you know?
yeah, I get that. That's a good answer. I like that a lot, and it kind of echoes something you said in your press conference about the learning experience of going to the Dominican Republic and all that stuff, and
Mhm.
how you don't feel bad for yourself anymore when you struggle. And like baseball's a game of failure, right? Like the best hitters are gonna fail
Yeah.
6 or 7 times out of 10, right? So
Yeah.
that's a good mindset to have, and I'm glad to hear you say that you like the challenge. All right, talking about this season. It's typically the Orioles' philosophy with their international signees that they spend a full year in the Dominican Summer League before they get bumped up to the Florida Complex League or the Gulf Coast League. I know it's ultimately out of your control, but do you have a sense of what the plan is for you? Has anybody talked to you about how this 2023 season is expected to go for you, or are you just kind of going with whatever happens?
Nah, I'm just, listen, I try like to stay out of that, because when you expect things like and it doesn't go your way, you're gonna get mad at yourself. So every time, what I'm just gonna do, I try not to pay as much time, just seeing where I'm going and stuff like that. Just trying to just get my 100% on the field, and just let my work dictate where I'm supposed to be at. So yeah, I honestly, I have no control. I have no say. I have no idea. But every single time, I just try to put up a show, or do what the best I could possibly do, and just let my work handle that.
Good stuff. So I have two more questions about the Orioles, and then we're just kind of get to know you a little bit, right?
All
So you talked a little bit about how the current Orioles team in the major leagues, right, is exciting, and they're off to a good start this year. Have you had a chance to watch any Orioles games? And are there any does it give you extra motivation, like seeing some of these guys and knowing that like you could be a part of this one day?
Yeah, it actually does. I'm not even lying, it does. When I watch like the Instagram, or when I see the Instagram, them waiting with the firecrackers up and all the fans screaming, I'm like, wow, dude, like that's the goal, you know. But yeah, every single time I see videos or something like that, it hypes me up a lot. It motivates me a lot.
Are there any players in particular that you are excited about the possibility of being major league teammates with?
Yeah, Samuel, but I like one of the one of my one of my friends, Basayo, Samuel Basayo.
Okay.
Actually, all the guys are all the guys from the Marva and Haye, all the Latin ball players and the American ball players. I'm all excited for them. You wanna know why? Because I hope they all succeed. I hope we all succeed, like, as an organization. Everyone goes up and achieves a dream. So yeah, it's not like one particular man, one particular. No, I want everyone to succeed around me. You know, it will be. I know it's impossible, but that's the mentality we have to have. Just a positive mentality.
For
But
sure. And
yeah,
that's
one of the guys who's been really cool with me, like on my side, two guys is Juan Nunez and Samuel Vasallo.
okay. I did see Basayo's been commenting on your Instagram post. I
Yeah,
did I did a little creeping just to prepare for this interview. I
I no
saw I
problem.
saw Basayo underneath a lot of those posts. Um,
Yeah.
and that's actually a good segue into my last question about this is have you gotten a chance to get to know some of the Orioles' other recent international signings or just players who are in pro ball with the Orioles in general? And what have they helped you with the transition from being an amateur to now being a professional?
Well, one thing I'm still trying to figure out, and I can't say that I've mastered, but is how to be a professional on and off the field. So one of the guys, like, not even the guys, like, yeah, there's some guys here that are professionals on and off the field, but when I was down in Sarasota, it was I learned, and I'm trying. I'm not saying I perfect it, but I'm still trying to learn how to be professional off the field, how to talk to people, mannerisms. You know, um, just try to be professional. Try to be a well-educated person off the field as well. And yeah, I just seen how a lot of the guys carry themselves and how they, for example, dress code, how they keep their locker organized, everything, all the little things count up. And I've been keeping a big eye on that. It's not about all the time about the on the field as well. It's also off of it.
Yeah, so look, man, you're 17, right? You're gonna get there. It's
Yeah,
not
yeah. I know I'm young, so yeah, I'm just trying to piece by piece. Like, yeah, the faster I get that, the better it will be ongoing.
good, man. I like that. All right, so we're gonna shift gears a little bit and just get to know Luis Almeyda, the person, right?
Yeah,
So I know a lot of your teammates, family, friends call you Aiden. Do you have any nicknames other than Aiden?
yeah. They call me Bombi,
Bombi, what does that mean?
fireman in Spanish.
Oh, I like that.
Yeah, in Passaic, New Jersey, they call me Bombi or Bombero because my dad's a fireman. So,
Okay. Cool. That's sick, dude. I like that. All right. Do you have any baseball superstitions?
oh my gosh, I do. I have a lot. Uh, well, always keep the sliding mitt on the left pocket, back pocket before I hit. Before I go into home plate, touch all four corners. Um, did when I step into the batter's box, right foot twist twice,
Okay.
hit four corners, and yeah, that's about it. Oh, and there's one more. Um, every time before I go to hit, take my glove, put it on the bench, take my hat, put it backwards on top of the glove. It's a weird,
Backwards on top of the glove.
yeah,
Hey, man, look, it's only weird if it doesn't work, right? That's the old baseball saying.
yeah,
So every clip that I've seen of you playing ball, I think every clip, you're wearing high socks. I'm a high socks guy. I used to always wear high socks. Is there a reason you wear your pants up, or is it just kind of what makes you comfortable?
No, actually, I've been switching up that a little bit. I'm on so down over there, we didn't have like those slim pants, so I had to put them up. But I'm usually a guy that puts it like Fran Tatis. I always
Yeah,
short, not all the way down, but middle, and have the socks up, but like the pants tight. You know what I'm saying?
yeah,
Like
yeah.
I'm that type of guy. Or sometimes I put it up. Sometimes I put it up, just feel comfortable. But I usually recently when I since I've been here, I've been having it short, medium.
Okay. All right. Good to know. Now I've seen videos of you wearing number 15, number 21, and number 47, just in different contexts, different leagues, I guess. Do you know what number you're going to wear this season? And is there a number that you want to wear when you get to the big leagues?
Yeah. Well, this season I don't know where we're still trying to figure it out. But big leagues will be 21. I don't know if there's any guys 21. Is there in the Orioles?
Austin Hayes has it right now.
Dang. It'll either be 21 or 7.
21 or 7. Okay. Is there any significance behind those numbers?
21, Roberto Clemente.
Okay.
Um, 7. I'm a Christian, so I believe seven. God made the earth in 7 days, so I put the number 7.
Hell yeah, man. That's awesome. All right. I was going to ask you about MLB The Show, but I already did that. So moving on to the next question. Did you follow the World Baseball Classic? And if given the chance in the future, do you think you will play for Team USA or Dominican Republic?
Dude, that's actually a question that everyone asks me
Really?
because I'm also half Puerto Rican.
Oh, okay. All right.
I'm Dominican and Puerto Rican. My pops is Puerto Rican. So,
Okay.
um,
So you got a lot of options then.
yeah, everyone I think I've known asks me, dude, who are you gonna play with in the classic if you ever go up? And I'll be like, I don't know. It just depends how the road takes me, man. I honestly, because that is hard. That is a hard decision, man. But hopefully, if everything goes right, even if I make it and I have a long successful career, hopefully I can play for all three. Never know.
Yeah, man. You pull like a Marcus Stroman. He played for Team USA in 2017, and then he was with Puerto Rico this year. So yeah, you got some options for sure.
Mm-hmm.
All right, I'm gonna hit you with some rapid fire questions. All right, they are, I think, only none of them really are baseball related. So this is how we're gonna wrap up the interview. Just give me a quick answer, whatever first comes to mind. All right, you ready?
Yeah.
Okay. Water or Gatorade?
Gatorade.
Burgers, pizza, or steak?
Steak.
Steak or crab cakes?
Steak.
All right, we might have to change that when you get up to
Yeah,
the
I have
big.
to from Baltimore. I have to see.
Yeah, you gotta try Jimmy's. I'm telling you. All right. Would you rather go out or stay in?
Go out.
Would you rather be able to change the past or see the future?
See the future.
Okay, if you could have any superpower aside from seeing the future, what would it be?
Teleporting.
Teleporting. Okay, anywhere in particular you'd go first?
Anywhere like Hawaii.
Okay, all right. All right, you got the aux in the clubhouse. What are you playing?
If looks can kill, destroy lonely.
All right, would that be your walk-up song, or would you pick something different?
My walk-up song.
That'd be your walk-up. Okay, your favorite TV show or movie?
TV show, The Office.
The Office. Okay, last show you binge watched on Netflix?
The Office.
Okay. Your favorite sport besides baseball?
Basketball.
And your favorite athlete outside of baseball?
Favorite athlete outside of favorite sport? Oh my God, can we go back to that other question?
Yeah.
Is not basketball. I like watching UFC.
UFC, okay. So would your favorite athlete be a UFC fighter?
Yeah.
Who's that?
John Jones.
John Jones. Okay. I'll be honest, I don't know anything about UFC.
Yeah.
But that's pretty sick anyway. All right, man. Well, we got through that pretty quick. That was a really fun interview. I'm pumped that, I was given the opportunity to get to know you a little bit. I hope that Orioles fans can see this and take a little something from it. Obviously, we're all going to be rooting for you to have as much success as you can, you and your teammates. We're going to be following your journey as you work your way up to the big leagues. And, hopefully we're able to keep in touch and you're able to have a healthy and successful career, man. Thank you so much for doing this with me.
Hey, no problem. Anytime.
All right, man. Well, I'm gonna don't leave just yet. I'm going to. I don't even think I have an outro video, so I'm just gonna stop recording. But real quick, thank you to Derek and Tony at Utah Shoot Report for allowing us to host the show, and we'll see you next time on Give That Fan a Podcast.